So here I am at a rock exposure. This is Silurian sandstone, mudstone and shales, and as you can see lots of different strata in the rock. So this strata is pretty much not deformed, so if you go down that way a lot of the strata is very deformed. You get a lot of anticlines and synclines. Here it's pretty much flat, so minimal deformation during the orogeny. I think it's called the Tabaranian orogeny, about 350 million years ago. You can see this is a thick lamination. You've got minor laminations in the rock as well. Got a lot of quartz. Looks like you've got quartz there. And also you got some very so this is a sandstone, it looks like, and it erodes very easily. So, and then you got, this is probably mudstone. It's been indurated, so it's actually quite hard to erode, and that pretty much makes up a lot of the formation. So you got a lot of sandstone, and then you got a lot of these fractures here. So that's what we're talking about. These fractures, a lot of these probably because of by roots, and a lot of them could have been caused by stress on the rock. So these planes here, they're not fractures, these are just a differentiation in the sediment. And this strata generally doesn't have fossils in it. The Dargol formation it's called. No fossils. You can see how this is eroded. So this is a section that is pretty soft, so it erodes a lot easier. So this will just keep eroding, and then the rock stack above it, so the rock stack above it, it would just eventually fall. It looks actually quite pretty up there, like triangles coming out of the rock. So this is a nice good exposure of a sedimentary rock, and you can see there's a root there, root system here. So that's going straight through the rock, probably through pre-existing fractures in the rock. And then we have this line going along there. It's probably a fracture caused by stresses in the rock. But down, you can see the root system goes that way. Okay, this doesn't want. Okay, so there's a root that goes all the way down to there. Quite a big root of that eucalyptus tree, and you can see more of it. So a lot of you can see another fracture, but there's a major fracture up here. So then you've got some other fractures, and you've got cracks in the rock. A lot of these are probably caused by stresses when they were deep underground, but here is a main fracture here. Main fracture looks like it has minor lamination of quartz. You can see probably quartz on that one. So this is the hanging wall. Okay, let's see, that's the hanging wall, it's a footwall. This is a major fracture going down here. You can see a lot of breccia, it's in the rock. And the fracture goes all the way up. Okay, I'm using my gimbal, so it doesn't actually behave as you want it. And there is like this lamination here. Looks like it matches up with this lamination here. So laminated. So it looks like it's offset by about, I don't know, 10 centimeters or so. Not really a major movement, but you know, the movement is enough. And you can see here's another movement. So here's the bottom of it. Here's the bottom of that one, or probably here. So it's about a 10 centimeter movement roughly. It's not really a major movement. Not surprised considering that it's pretty flat. So, and then we have... No. Oh. And that's pretty much a major fracture that is here. If we go along, you can see, looks like there's a major crack. Could have been existing beforehand, or could have been a root penetrating and split the rock in half. So that's what you need to take into account when you look at these rock exposures. A lot of these could be caused also by frost thaw. So sometimes we get frosty nights, rock crystals, water in between the rock. When it freezes, it expands. That can actually cause it to fracture as well, or even increase fracture of a pre-existing fault. And here you can see the lamination up here. So if I can get up there, it's quite a steep embankment. So this is pretty soft, looks like it's sandstone, and this looks like it's mudstone. You can see this erodes very easily. So this is the weak point in the rock, and it continues on around here. So, but this looks like it might be petering out into a mudstone. So then we have, I've not seen any fossils in here, so it's a pity. Hopefully one day these exposures will come across a fossil bearing locality. So it's actually quite nice. And this has been carved because of the road. So on this side used to be exposure as well. Okay, it's gone a bit dark. But it's been overgrown with grass, and this side is still well exposed, but as you can see where all the rock fall has actually been produced in soil, a lot of the plants are growing into it. So you can see up here how the plant has put its roots into the cracks in the rock.